Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime review. Welcome once again, guys. This is going to be kind of a retro anime review, but not really because the anime itself is not that old. But it is Outbreak Company. I did a review or give my first impressions on this like 2 months ago. At least for sure 2 months by the time this video releases. But anyways, my first impressions were a little off, really, to be honest, and tends to be like that on stuff like this one. Um, this one is a wild series, and in its own way, it's good. It really is. Now, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you haven't you have subscribed to my channel. I will be posting more videos, hopefully this summer. Actually, this might be the end of the summer already by the time this video releases, but if not, the summer continues and I'll be posting videos for sure. So I have a lot of stuff planned out to review and to watch. So I do have quite a bit of stuff that I'll be posting for sure. If you guys want to further support the channel, like and share this video because that helps tremendously. You also can check out the description below for social media, playlists, you name it. There's stuff down there. So check that out, and I do appreciate you. So let me know who you are in the comment section. That way we can introduce ourselves and talk to each other, right? Why not? Let's be civil. Anyways, okay, Outbreak Company or Mooru, sorry, Shinra Shukusha, butchering the language, also known as the Moe Invader, I believe. So the plot itself follows a boy, Shinichi, who is um, secluded himself. He's very much of a hermit, and he's an otaku. And he takes this job because of his vast knowledge of anime, manga, video games, the otaku culture itself, right? So he meets with this new employer. They kidnap him in a way, and they put him in this alternate world, in a fantasy world, essentially. And it's not really reincarnated because they can move back and forth from Japan to this other world. They just found this portal, right? They won't let him know how they can move back and forth, but he essentially is stuck in this world because only the government of Japan knows how to do it, and they won't let him do it. So his mission is really just to get people into the otaku culture and wanting the otaku culture. There is like a dark side of why they want that, and it's explained at the end of the anime. It kind of wasn't really a blindsided thing because throughout the whole anime, the the Japanese government is very sketchy. They're always doing stuff that's like, okay, why did they do that and stuff like that. And so it's not really like left sided whenever you find out that they're wanting to incorporate the otaku culture to essentially make them crave it and want it, and then essentially you introduce a drug to a community and then remove the drug, and people are gonna go wild because they want that drug, right? So they're doing the same thing with the otaku culture. They're introducing the otaku culture, and they're gonna be taken away. Like he starts noticing halfway through the anime, like, hey, there's less and less stuff. Um, um, Not arriving, or there's more and more stuff missing, I guess you can say like that. And that's because they're slowly taking it away, and that's making people angry because they don't want to share the same book, so on and so forth. So the series is wild. We have a lot of characters. It is sort of a harem in itself, but not really. We have the princess, who's one of the main characters that comes out in every episode. Princess Peltruka. She is basically the ruler of that nation, and he works close with her to essentially introduce the otaku culture. And she's the little girl, I guess, part of the whole harem. And then there is a beast girl, Romilda, who at first they treat her as a traitor because they think that she's invading them, but not really. She's just She's there to be with Shinichi eventually, essentially. She's a beast girl, so we get her. We have the elf girl, which I believe her name is Foran, or is it Ayashi? It's one of those two. She's the elf maid. She is also in the first episode, becomes basically his right hand when it comes to just being there the entire time. Um, there is a beast man, a lizard man, who does also show up quite a bit. He's Brooke, I believe his name is. Brooke is like his butler, and you don't know a lot about Brooke. So every time you find out something about Brooke, it's like, oh, really? So like in the last three episodes, I think he like mentions that he has a wife, and he's like, "You have a family?" And Brooke is like, "Yeah, I have a family." So he's a reoccurring joke in the sense of he doesn't really share much of himself, where everyone else is sharing X and Y. Then you have the girl who essentially is guarding him from the Japanese side. She's an agent for the Japanese side, making sure that he's not causing any reckless. I believe her name is Minori, and she essentially is just there to make sure that he's following through what the government wants, right? Um, every episode is pretty much its own thing. Um, you can almost watch the first nine episodes, or maybe episode two to episode nine, in a non-sequential way, and maybe be okay, because they all kind of have like their own slice of life. Like they do build on the characters, but they don't connect exactly with each other. They don't continue with each other as much as other series do. So you can almost watch those in between episodes on their own. Obviously, the first episode is the introduction, so you kind of have to know how it all started, and the last few episodes do connect to each other, because that's kind of when you find out the government is trying to be tricky, and then they eventually do connect to each other. But the middle ones, they're pretty much its own. They have a few break the fourth wall almost sense, but not really. Like when they go to the beach, he's like, "It's a beach episode," and he's all excited because he's in vacation with all his friends, and happens to be all his friends are females, for the exception of a few, and they're in the beach, right? So there's that. There's a soccer episode that I really loved, because if you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, you probably watched old soccer animes in Spanish or in English, and they always went over the top when it came to the soccer games and everything, and they themselves, as taken in the otaku culture, they don't understand that other places don't have the magic that they have, so they start using the magic and the powers, and it's like it should be okay, right? Because in the anime they use all these powers and all that, and it's just it's a wild episode. So a lot of great episodes in the middle. I really think it's a great series. It's funny. Like I said, it's part of my retro series, but really it's not that old. The anime itself ran back in 2013, so it's I guess it's a little old, 11 years, but it's really not that old. The manga itself ended in 2014, and the light novel ended in 2018. So there's a lot more story to the light novel. Wow, light novel. There's 18 light novel volumes on top of two specials, whereas the manga is only four. So surprisingly, the manga I guess stopped in the fourth volume, and the light novel just continued. So exciting for I guess its series, maybe promising something in the future. Highly doubt it, but you can always wish. So. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what else I should be reviewing, reacting to, or anything else. I've got the hiccups right now. I do appreciate the love and support that you show this channel. Again, go check out my other stuff. There's stuff in the description below that you guys can check out, and other places. So thank you again for the love and support. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.